Hey guys, LegalLockPIcker here, and welcome to today's episode. What you are seeing in front of you is a a vintage Yale bicentric lock, and that's about the extent of my knowledge for this particular lock. All I can tell you from the information and the research that I've done, and lacking the keys here and not taking it apart yet, is that this is old. I know that's very scientific and all that, but yes, this is, I believe it's old. It looks pretty beat up. You can see that there's like some grease and some, things like that stuck on it here. You can see the two gears in the back. One of the gears turns, well, they both keys here turn one turns the top gear and the other turns the bottom gear, and they both move that basically makes the lock engage or disengage. Let's see here. The way this works is this bottom part right here, the actual pins are up here in that direction, and the top one, the pins come down in this direction. So you can see the little space between, so that gives you a little room to work with. I believe they do this because if you master key a lock up too much, what happens is it makes the lock really easy to pick and duplicate, because there are so many different variations of the key, and so it's a lot easier to pick that way. So what we're going to try to do today is open this lock right here. I just want to warn everybody, we are going to bully this lock, and we're going to beat it to death, and that's how we're going to get this bad boy opened. And then once we get this thing opened, we're going to try to take it apart, and I haven't done that yet, so this will be a first for everybody. Now, one of the things I do know when I've tried to pick this in the past is it needs to be bullied. At least the bottom part does, and the top part does not. Now, I do have the bottom one already picked, just in case the top one takes a long time to do, and I know that doesn't sound optimal, but let's work with what we're given with, people. Alright, let's try to get this top one open first. I'm using bottom of the keyway tension, and I'm using a Praxis rake inside of this jolly red handle. Alright. Basically, everything is really jammed up inside of there. But if I finesse it properly, I can just for my older pickers, this is what we call in the business bitch picking. I'm not too keen on that word, but it is what it is. Alright, so we got the top open. You can see there's grease coming out of there as well, which I do not put in. So because we got that one open fairly quickly, what I'm going to do is... Oh, and I'm going to regret this. Alright, I locked the bottom one. We might as well go for the gusto here. Alright, so... Alright, here we go. Well, I figure we might as well be authentic. Pick them both, right? Well, it seems to me like I may have... Oh, we got it! Alright! Alright! That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so let's get that out of there, and let's get this. That is fantastic. Alright. So these locks are very rare. So it's going to be very interesting to see what we can get inside. These are the tools that we're going to use to open it. And I'm going to show you why we couldn't open it before. And for those of you who are watching this right now, if you leave a comment with the word pack screw in the comment section below, I'm going to give out a few LegalLockPIcker logo padlocks from Padlock with these cool padlock screwdrivers. So go ahead and do that. Alright. This is about as far as we get. This is the other part. That's the other gear. So this is where we land. The only problem is getting through this here. I'm not exactly sure. It's very... there's no matter what I do, this is gonna spill everywhere, so yeah, what the hell. There's no... Well, the good news is if this gets really bad, I don't know what these screws are here for. Well, whatever they are, they don't want to come off. I wonder if I could use something like a... Whoop. Alright, that's not going to work. Alright, so... This obviously does not want to cooperate with us. I just say we go gangbusters. I do not think this is going to work any other way. This doesn't even fit. What if we do it this? What if we do this way? Where are the bloody pins? Okay, we see them right here. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna... Oh man, this is nuts. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stick this in here like that. That's what we're gonna do. Come on. Okay. There is no way this is gonna work. There's no way this is gonna work. There's no way this is gonna work. There's no way. It's working. Holy sh... It's work. It worked. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh. We lost one. Look at it. You can see the pin in the front. Alright, come on. Okay, so this is how we're going to have to do this. There we go. I can't believe that worked. I have no idea how we're going to get those back in there. Frankly, I don't care. That's incredible. Okay, so we've got alright. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate that. Yeah, see, okay. We still have one pin left in there. I don't see anything too crazy in there. I guess we could change the core out here and put a different key in. I suppose we could do that. Alright, okay. This is great. So for those of you who watched this all the way through, I am so glad that you did that, because this is the first time I was able to get this one open, so it's so greasy in here, my goodness. Well, we can see why the raking worked is the way it did, because they're all standard pins. And frankly, I don't see anything in here too unique. Alright, so let's give you a little close up of those pins. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm glad that you guys stayed all the way through. If you did, thank you so much for your support. Guys, you rock so much. Thank you, everybody, and I will see you next time.